Good afternoon and welcome to Ransford Oval in Melbourne, Australia for the grand final of the Division 2 men's competition in the AFL International Cup for 2017. As we said, it is the grand final between Germany and Croatia. It promises to be a fantastic contest. We're just seeing the toss of the coin right now, and the German team have won the toss with captain Florian Naumann, and they are going to be kicking to the city end here of Ransford Oval. So Croatia will be kicking to the Park Street end. And joining me in the call this afternoon for this big game as the rain tumbles down, Andrew Wilson. Andrew, good afternoon.
Great to be here. Looking forward to this. It's going to be a cracking match. A lot of passion shown pre-match in it. The Germans now in a huddle just firing each other up, but the rain is absolutely bucketing down now.
Yes,
it's going to make it for very, very tough conditions this afternoon.
No, certainly will. And it's just managed to hold off until they started the anthems, and as soon as the music started playing, the rain started coming down. But both teams have been very well matched so far this tournament, both having upset wins and big wins in the semi-finals, as we're about to get underway to start this grand final in the Division 2 competition for the men's. Andrews, it's all yours.
The thrown up was a good hit out there by the German ruckman there. They push it to half forward, so it was the Croatian ruckman. Players diving over. It's going to be a tough, scrappy afternoon with that slippery ball, though. Try and make the most of it while it's a little bit dry. Still at half forward, the Croatians trying to kick it off the ground there through bench hits, though it's going to come back into the centre square. Umpire's picked out a free kick. It's going to go the way of the Germans. I don't know what that was for, but in the centre square.
I missed that one as well, but it will be Germany with the ball. They come out to the broadcast side, and good mark taken there by Philip Everman. So Everman now for Germany. Kicks down the line, through the hands, the slippery ball, unable to be marked, taken now at the back there by Jack. Gives the handball away. They've turned it over here, have the Croatians. Germany with the soccer off the ground, though, only as far as the Croatian opponent, who's wearing the long sleeves under the jumper. There's a couple out there at the moment doing that, and one of them has picked it up there was Ivos, and they've been pinged for holding the ball, have the Croatian side, and it'll be Germany from half-back.
So the Eagles look to go forward. They drive it to centre half forward, out on the lead, trying to get to the front. There was Constantine, loose ball back now in the cricket pitch area. Players everywhere. Strong tackle over the top there by Svetko. And the umpire's going to come in and ball up just forward of the centre for the Germans. We've got a minute and a half first quarter, still no score.
So it is raining here at Ransford Oval, although it has eased off a little bit. Quick shower has eased slightly as the kick forward there by the Croatian side. Still they go forward. That was Ivos, who's had a bit of it early on. Little tap forward there by Jumanovic. And it's turned over. Marker gives a little handball wide. And the kick from the German side, as we've seen in the first two games played at Ransford Oval today, has gone out of bounds on the full. Both teams will need to adjust to that. The wind certainly blowing straight across from over towards the side in which they're playing now on the far side of the ground, and we've seen a lot of balls kicked out of bounds on the full on that side. So
the driving ball goes inside 50 for the Croatians. Probably the first real deep inside 50 for either side. It's been played between the arcs so far in this first quarter. We're going to throw in right forward pocket at 20 around from the Knights goal. It's thrown back in. The two rucks go at it, paddled forward, quick kick out of the pack. It's all the Eagles back there, and they punch it through for a rush behind. So the first score of the Division 2 grand final goes the way of the Croatians. It's a one behind. They lead by that. Nearly 3 minutes gone first quarter.
So the ball will be brought in now by Sebastian Esch for the Germans.
But the old school huddle at centre half back.
They have. No zone set up either. They're going man on man. So
that's the type of footy we like.
Old school footy, which is good because it's going to be wet as well. Ball kicked out to half back. Getting there first was Grobe. He picks it up, has a loose player forward there in Odenthal. But coming over the back there was Josip Happeljack. He now sends Croatia back inside 50 into the pocket. Maybe getting into the back there, but no free kick, said the umpire. Quick kick forward. There was by Esch again. Out towards the far side of the ground. Trying to get there was Binninger. He goes Binninger. And he's eventually worked it over the boundary line and over for a throw-in.
So about 70 out from the Knights' goal. They lead by 1 point. We've gone nearly 4 minutes first quarter. Thrown back in now. It's the Germans that work their punch a ball forward to the half wing. 21 there for Motic. It was for Croatia. Picked it up around the body, out of bounds, throw in, basically where it was just before.
Certainly the weather conditions are, not only is it wet, but it is freezing cold here in Melbourne this afternoon. We have had 4 seasons in one day already. It is a very typical Melbourne day. Back into play, tapped down there by Cords for the German side. Still on the ground, good strong tackle there. Umpire says play on, still they go in. Players from both sides crashing in hard. All want the footy. Long kick going to get out the back, needing to get back first there for the Germans is Esch. But he's happy to see it go over the boundary line and over for a throw-in right beside the behind post.
It's 4.5 now gone. First quarter, Croatia by a 1 point. Play restarts with the big throw-in. No decisive hit out. The Germans look to clear, smothered off the boot well there by the Croatian forward there. And we're going to throw in the forward pocket, about 25 round now.
So Croatia doing much of the attacking at the moment. The ball is certainly arrow-dieted down in that end of the ground. All tossed back into play from behind. Tap one by Cords for the German side again. Going in hard there and low. Players converge on the contest. No one able to knock it out. And eventually the umpire crosses the arms and says, give it to me. So ball back up in the air. Cords there. Well, third man went up. No free kick, so we're obviously not playing that rule in this game as well. We've seen that today in a couple already. Ball goes over the back. Coming through now hard. There was Menzel. But he's turned it over. And it's going to be Croatia, getting over the back. No free kicks to the umpire. Probably should have been. Got in the back of the Croatian opponent there. Ball socket out towards the boundary by Tobias Menzel. Had no other interest in anything but the boundary, but it will be a throw-in over on the far side of the ground. Been playing now almost 6 minutes in this first term, and it is Croatia leading by a point.
Could be a handy point, this one, with the way the rain's coming down. Both sides really struggle to gain possession at the moment because it's so slippery. Thrown back in, still loose ball. I almost think they might just have to just bang it forward any way possible. Soccer it off the ground, free kick, high tackle. It's going to go away of Croatia. They're going to Lazanen, centre wing. Kicks to half forward in front, stuck to the free kick, but it's going away to the Germans. It's at left half back.
So Germany struggling to get the ball past the centre line at this stage of the game. And that's not going to help either. Kicking in the man on the mark was the skipper and Naumann. Going in hard there was Groban low, but couldn't win the ball. Now Germany have it, taken to ground. He's got to try to knock it out. Umpire is going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And she crosses her arms and says, we'll ball it up. Inside attacking 54 Croatia. Germany yet to get the ball past the attack, into their half of the ground.
So restart. The two ruckmen go at it again. No decisive hit out. Just again, players just struggling to pick up that ball. It's going to be a lot of packs and a lot of ball ups, you'd reckon, here in this Division 2 grand final. We've gone 7.25 minutes. 1 point lead to Croatia. Still inside there attacking 50.
That wind certainly has picked up here too. It is really blowing a gale now. Ball kicked outside, attacking 50. I hope someone's got the truck tied down because it's starting to move in the wind.
It's rocking and rolling in the truck here. But that's a strong wind going into that northern end, the way the end Croatia is kicking.
No, it certainly is. So Germany probably doing a pretty good job to hold on here in these conditions, really. Probably underselling the wind a little bit. Ball thrown back into play, as you can see with the ball as it came in, just diverting towards the Park Street end of the ground. And the kick smothered there. Again, they go in hard. Germany can't win the ball there. Was shoot off. And we're going to get another boundary thrown on that far side of the ground. That's where most of the players been, certainly in the first 2 games as well.
Well, the throw back in rucks didn't even get a chance to go at it. The Croatians gather possession. Handball in the space, but it might come back. No, they've holding the ball. Free kick. He's going to Croatia's way. The centre wing.
Yeah, going against Van der Stay there,
so Pavkovic's got the kick. Plenty of players push back for the German defenders. On his left boot, it's a bit of a mongrel floater inside 50. No one could take the marks. The Germans in front with it. And they've done well there. Paddle outside, defensive 50, but it's going to come back there through bench. It's bouncing ball, but it's chopped off there at the last line of defence by the Germans.
So Esch gets the kick over the top to Christoph Odenthal, who then goes out towards the broadcast position. Overrunning there was Everman. So Croatia sending it back inside 50. Still go the German side, the Eagles. Working hard, pack forms. We're going to get a ball up, and we eventually do. A little bit of pushing and shoving. There's certainly a bit of feeling in this game. As you'd expect, both teams playing for their country in a grand final. It's going to be 3 years until they're back at this stage at the very least. Comes out now to Germany. Off half back. Kick was intended there for Everman. Got past him. A little toe poke forward was good by Jung. So still goes Jung. That was good work. Good second effort. Little handball to himself. He's going to try to follow it up. Oh, little Shepherd there was good as well. Huskin in there. Still go the German side. They're trying to take clean possession. Eventually the umpires found a free kick. It's going to be a free to coming to Jung, I think it is, for a leg. Yes, it is. And he's been making the play. So all of a sudden the first attacking foray for the Eagles. So Jung now kicks long up to the hop spot. He's got some good purchase on it. Gets over the back. Can anyone get back there off the ground? He's slung it through. Yes, it's a goal. First goal to the Eagles. And what a wonderful goal it was. They go to 1 straight 6. Croatia 1 behind. We've been playing now for 10 minutes in this first term. And the goal scorer for Germany, just waiting to see who it was because he came through in a flash. And I think the man might have been Johannes Binninger.
Binninger it was, I agree. So against the run of play, the Germans get the first major of the afternoon. They lead by 5 points, 1 straight to 1-1. 10.5 gone, first quarter. Play restarts now. The hit out was 1 down by Pavkovic for the Croatians. Now the ball centre wing. Germany looks to go forward. They've done well. Hit up the target. I think it was the goal kicker. Binninger centre wing, out of side. He kicks to half forward. Can they take a mark? Almost hands to it for the Eagles, but the ball's going to go out of bounds. Left half forward for the Eagles as they lead by 5 points.
Big play right there, wasn't it, Andrew? Just the goal against the flow of play and going against the wind too.
Yeah, it's really probably their first or second inside 50. They've done well there.
No, they certainly have. Croatia dominating possession so far in this term. Ball comes out the back again. It's Germany going forward. And they've got the space to work in the forward line. Picking it up now was Huskin. Little handball backwards. Oh, going in hard as well was Everman with his head down. No free kick, said the umpire. You ducked your head. So Bulanovic now kicks into the middle of the ground. Taken by Shutov. Coming back, spots up the target, but dropping what he should have taken there.
Oh, talk,
now
boys.
He's in trouble. He's holding the ball. Should be a free. It will be. Great rundown tackle from behind.
Great tackle
there by Svoboda. And it will be a free kick to Croatia.
Yeah, poor talking there by the Eagles. Now the kick goes to half forward or off the chest of Zvetko. Couldn't take the mark. The free kick's picked out, going away to the Germans. Oh, it could be 50. No, dropped it at the feet. I think it's Pixar now with the kick. Umpire says play on. He drives along with the left boot, high ball to half forward. Can anyone take the mark? The fly there was by Everman. Ball spills to the back, bouncing ball. Who's going to run onto it first? It's one-on-one in the back pocket there. Well done by the Knights defender. Sees the ball out of bounds, and we get a throw in.
So all of a sudden, the German side, the Eagles, they are doing all the attacking here the last couple of minutes of play.
Yeah, they've taken control in the last 5, haven't they?
And the rain is still steadily falling here at Ransford Oval. We have been mentioning right throughout the morning that the rain's been coming from the Geelong direction, and it's finally arrived, just in time for the grand final. The one game that everyone wants to watch, and it is raining. But the ball's kicked out towards the wing, and it's worked over the boundary line by the skipper for the Eagles in Florian Naumann. And we will have a boundary throw-in here with the Germans leading 1-6 to Croatia, 1 straight behind, been playing now for 13 minutes in this first term.
So short throw in. Croatia get the hit out and the clearance to half forward, bouncing, skidding ball, runs out of bounds as Gerrit Jung sees it out of play. So now we're at right half forward for the Knights. Just kicking. I see the breeze might have just settled down a little bit with all this rain settling in now.
It certainly dropped off a little bit. Still, it's a bit blustery. You can see in the trees over in the distance that it is certainly still pretty windy, but not really favouring either end. If it's favouring an end, probably the Park Street and the Croatian side are kicking too. The ball they're going out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, against Odenthal.
And it will be taken by the Croatians. So the Knights now to bring the ball back into play. A long kick up to the edge of 50. Big fly and a good mark there from Vetko.
Not paid.
Not paid, said the umpire. Play on. Okay. High kick inside 50. Sitting underneath it. Can't quite get the hands to it. Did he hold it? He did. And a very good mark there to Ivos. And Ivan Ivos now from about 35 metres out on a slight angle will look for the Knights' first goal of the game. So Ivos.
Goal kicker this tournament.
He is one of their leading goal kickers. Comes in
Beautiful.
on its way, and that's the reason why. Straight as an arrow, and he gets there first. Croatia go to 1-1-7. They take back the lead. The Eagles 1 straight 6, and we have been playing now for nearly 15 minutes first term.
It's been a good contest so far. The conditions not great, as we can hear the rain on the roof of the truck. It's been a great performance by both sides, though. Both sides, they've had momentum in both games, haven't they? In the quarter so far. But it's Croatia by 1 point, 15 minutes gone of this first quarter. 17.5-minute quarters throughout the afternoon. So we wait for the ball to come back. Just went across the road down there. So 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. 1 point lead to Croatia. 1-1-7 to 1 straight. Goals to Ivos and Bininger. As the umpire comes in now, tosses the ball back up. As we're back underway there. Paffa kick when they hit out. It's a good tackle there. Coming through
hit.
hard. Down goes Jung. He was absolutely flattened, but the umpire said play on. Ball spills to the outer side. Loose ball now runs towards the boundary line and it's out of bounds. Asmus sees it over. Wow.
He hasn't moved either. He hasn't moved either, John. So he is in a bit of trouble. So big hit. All fair in love and war, said the umpire. Ball thrown back into play as we go back to the action. Tap down in front there by Orlowski. Still go the Croatians, hands and knees. It's going to be a scrappy game with this weather at the moment. It's going to be hard to take clean possession. Eventually they do. Little handball comes out. Taken there by Svoboda. And he's brought the ground as we look behind the play now. And Jung just getting to his feet in the hands of the trainers. He will be coming off the ground, you would imagine. He is starting to make his way off now. That was a big hit.
That was a massive
That was a
hit.
big hit. Umpires found a free kick. It's a ruck infringement. Free kick will be going to Johan Orlowski. So Orlowski now, about 80 from home. We'll look to send the Eagles inside 50. Doesn't quite get it there, in fact. It doesn't get good purchase at all.
No.
Everman went the fly, couldn't take the mark. Crashing in hard. Little tap behind him there, but it's put it into a dangerous position as Everman came flying through. Clash of bodies. You throw a blanket over about 20 players at the moment. Eventually it comes out, working the way towards goal for the Eagles. Going in hard and getting the boot to ball. Just trying to clear it out of the area. Now picked up, and it's going to be Van der Stay. Gets it forward, just hacks the ball. Still go the Eagles. Comes back, but there is the siren to end the first term. And at quarter time, it is Croatia 1-1-7 leading Germany 1 straight goal 6. The goal kickers, Johannes Bininger for Germany has their solitary goal, while Ivan Ivos for Croatia is the only goal scorer. But Andrew, a very competitive term. Certainly, you would have thought at the start that Croatia were the team making all the running, but Germany fighting back hard late in that quarter.
Yeah, Germany took advantage of their probably only 3 or 4 inside 50s of the quarter, got the 1 goal, where Croatia dominated the first 10 minutes of that quarter, only managed to get the 1-1-7. It's been a good physical contest. Good to see Jacob Jung walk past before, just after that big hit in the centre of the ground. He looks all right, but it's going to be a very, very tough 3 quarters to go this afternoon with this weather and just the physicality of this contest.
Certainly will. The rain is closing in, and well, hopefully it passes very soon and we can get some dry footy for this Division 2 Grand Final, which sees the Croatian side leading Germany by 1 point, 1-1-7 to 1 straight 6. Don't go anywhere. Second quarter action still to come. Quarter time here in the Division 2 Men's Grand Final, and we are about to get underway here in the second quarter, and it is the Knights from Croatia leading Germany 1-1-7 to 1 straight goal 6. A very competitive first quarter, both teams putting it all on the line, as you would expect in a grand final, and for teams that are playing for their country. And we're just waiting for everyone to finally leave the arena before we get underway here in this second quarter, as the umpire holds the ball aloft. And I'm going to pass you over now to Andrew Wilson to start this second term.
So play restart second quarter. Germany, we think, may kick with a slight breeze, but it's Croatia who get the first clearance. They drive it inside 50, almost a mark. Free kick. Was it a free kick or did they pay a mark there? Not sure there, but either way, it's going to Tomas Lazvetko. And he'll kick from 50.
The umbrellas, can I leave them here?
So Svetko with the shot at goal, whether it was a mark or free kick, he's got it directly in front. This to give a 7-point lead to Croatia. Comes in, kicks on its way. He's got a good purchase, pulled it left. And it's through for 1 behind. So the lead 2 points now in favour of the Knights. They lead 1-2-8 to Germany, 1 straight 6. 1 minute gone, second quarter.
So the ball brought back into play, long kick. They need to get over and get a touch to it. Eventually they do. Taken now by Schutoff for the Germans. High kick up to half forward and front position.
Good forwards are.
Was Everman, yeah, played it well. And in fact, he was pretty good in that first term too. He looks to be the target for the Eagles. Oh, good kick. Unable to quite hold on to the mark there for the Eagles. But it's taken by Croatia. Kick into the middle of the ground now. They need to take possession here. Oh, good work there from Svetko. Couldn't quite hold it. He had 3 opponents to beat. Still he works it forward, Svetko. That was really good effort from him. And eventually we're going to get a pack form in the middle of the ground. What's the umpire going to call? No, play on. Comes out the back. Now taken by Jurmanovic. Quick kick forward, but leading back in the chase is Christoph Odenthal.
So Odenthal's left it behind. Still a loose ball now. Ivos, the goal kicker for Croatia, dives in, but they've given up possession. Bouncing ball. Bounced beautifully there for the ruckman in courts. But he's brought down to ground and comes in now, lays the tackle. So good follow-up work there. So ball up, centre half forward for the Knights, as they lead by 2 points. And we've gone 2 minutes, second quarter.
Ball tapped down now. Little tap forward there for by Germany. And taken now by Duran. Duran runs into some trouble though. Gets it out, loose ball. Players coming in from everywhere at the moment.
He was paid the throw.
Lazanin, he's given away the free kick. He's thrown it out, said the umpire. So it'll be taken by the Eagles. And the man with the ball will be Schutoff, who's had a little bit of it in this to start this game. Comes wide now, players slipping over everywhere. Little toe poke there by Everman, trying to follow up his good work, but the Croatian defender got in the way. Comes back to Everman now, little toe poke by him. Now tries to get it out to Tobias Menzel. Menzel got the quick kick forward, diving mark. Did he get there in time? No, play on, said the umpire. Rawson wasn't paid. Now coming in hard there was Jarrett Jung for the Germans. And I think it's going to be a push in the back. It will be. And it'll be a free kick, and it'll be going to the Eagles. And I can't quite see who that might be.
Might be Schutoff again.
I think it is Schutoff, yes. I think you might be right, Andrew.
Yeah, so Schutoff with possession, goes to the outer side, clears the back of the pack. Loose ball. The Croatians come in to help each other out, though. Ball spills towards the boundary line. But a free kick's been picked out for too high. It's going the way of Croatia at left half back. So free kick, left half back for Croatia. They lead by 2 points. Blood rule. Not sure who it is.
Yeah.
And 2 players start coming towards the bench.
I think certainly the Croatian player has received a bit of a head knock there. He's got some blood coming from the
left eye.
Left eye, so he'll come from the ground. Now they'll have to wait until his replacement takes his position. Well, it doesn't look like they're doing that at all. Play goes on. Now comes in. The target there was Vetko. Couldn't take it. Still with Croatia though, but numbers now with Germany as they come back towards half-back. Taken by Van der Stey. Goes backwards there to Esch. Esch goes back to from where the ball came from. Tried to slap it out of the air was Odenthal. Didn't find a teammate though. But they're still going to hold possession. Going in hard again was Everman. He is everywhere at the moment. Ball on the ground. Good little handball. Finds a teammate there in Tobias Menzel. Menzel now long kick inside forward 50. Coming out to meet the ball though was Wickman. Umpire says play on. You can hear the whistles behind on the ground behind us that keep throwing you out. It's something that catches you out here with 3 games in close proximity. With the umpire's call for bouts, and we'll have a ball up.
So thrown in just inside the attacking 50 for the Germans for the quick handball out towards defensive 50. There's shoot off again in there, kicks to full forward, but the mark's being taken on the chest, safe chest defensive mark by the defence there of the Knights. And they do a little short ball. Had a bit of height on it, but it came off really well though. Another mark, left half back. First real sort of bit of slow play this afternoon. It's been hectic all afternoon so far. There's the long driving ball to centre wing. Ivos flew high, couldn't take the mark, had 2 grabs at it. Ball spills to the pack. Players diving everywhere, but it's going to go out of bounds and we're going to have a throw in centre wing out of side.
He's a big, strong target, isn't he, Ivos?
Yeah,
He's the man that they'll be trying to direct the play through the Knights. Ball thrown back into play. Now taken there by Shutoff, who has been absolutely everywhere. Now quick kick forward by Nedick into the middle of the ground. They need to, the bad bounce, but it favours the Germans anyway. Taking it there was Juret Jung. He goes inside 50. Poor kick though. Didn't have anyone to kick to. But
beautiful
just running
play.
through, straight through an opponent. And then the long ball up towards half forward. Great play, but it's all Germany back there. Oh, getting a bad bounce was Felix Grobe, but still he goes back, picks it up, and he's going to return the favour.
So he kicks the centre wing, but didn't really pick out his teammate there. Still loose ball, but they're running onto it. There's Kreikler. Out of bounds, centre wing again. Gee, that's a good play off half back, wasn't it?
It was. No, and that's what they need to. They've got to take the game on. It is a grand final, so you don't want to sit back and wait. And look, you get the feeling that neither team's going to really dominate this one at the moment just because of the weather conditions and the closeness of the contest.
So the 2 number 9s go in the ruck there. Pixar and Molnar. Croatia get the clearance, clears Ivos, ball spills to half forward. Grob tries to gather for the Eagles though still. Players dive in everywhere. Odenthal puts his body on the line. Ivos, he's set upon by 2 Eagle defenders and he's won the free kick for in the back.
Yeah, it was
that left half forward.
Certainly there. So Ivos now, he's too far out to score, you would think. He's going back like he's pretty confident, but he's going to be kicking from about 55, 60 metres out. In the end, just sits it up. Top of the square, big fly and a good mark as well there by Svetko, the skipper. And Thomas loves Svetko. He will go back and line up from 25 metres out, almost directly in front. So a big mark, big pack mark there, and especially in these weather conditions, not easy. Takes it in the out in the hands out in front. And this will look. He will be looking to extend the lead now. They lead by 2 points at the moment to Croatia. So the skipper, Thomas loves Vetko, comes in, kicks on its way. He's put it straight through the middle. So he gets his first of the afternoon. Croatia, they extend that lead now out to 8 points, 2-2-14. They lead Germany 1 straight 6.
Yeah, great mark there by Svetko, especially in these conditions. Been a tough afternoon. It was well done, first of all, by Ivos there, earning the free kick, sacrificed the body, got dived in, and then good delivery inside attacking 50. And yeah, a handy lead now, isn't it? 8 points.
They've got a couple of big targets up there with Ivos and Vetko as well. They're just looking dangerous, and you'd think in these weather conditions it's not going to really suit those 2 boys, but they're certainly proving a handful for the German defence so far in this game.
Yeah, so back in the middle, lights now are on here at Ransford Oval, thrown back up on all fours. There was Duran for Croatia. They go forward through Craver, but there's a whistle, free kick, still going away.
High contact, yep.
So Jemanovic has got it, is it? No. Might be Craver again. So looks to drive the Knights forward. High, didn't get much purchase on it. Just going to sit at the 50. Oh, Svetko flew real high again. Running out defence. Van der Stay there. Gets a high bouncing ball into the centre of the ground, though. It's a nice little paddle there put in front for Duran, but they've given it up, though, the Eagles. And Ivos back with the flights. What a mark. Taking on the 50. That was sensational play there.
He is a live wire for them, isn't he? Just every time he goes near the ball, something happens. And look, using his height to his advantage, and in these conditions, that is a sensational mark.
Any condition there. Put the body on the line of that. Ivos from just outside 50. Bit of a floater. Goes way, way right. I think we're going to get a throw in the right forward pocket for the Knights.
So a little bit of a break in play now. It is Croatia 2-2-14, leading Germany 1 straight 6. Been playing now for just over 10 minutes in this second term. Division 2 grand final. Ball thrown in. Vetko, first back there. Didn't quite take possession though. Nedic was with him for support. They crash in hard. Players on both sides wanting the footy. They've worked it up to half back, have the Germans. But eventually the umpire crosses his arms and says, give it to me. And we will have a ball up just outside the defensive 50. Ball thrown up now. Picks are doing the ruck work. Tapped it down. Quick kick forward there by Cravar inside 50. The target there was Vetko again. Still going. Still he goes. Gang tackle now. He's not going to get out of that one, you would imagine. He won't. And we're going to get a ball up deep in the pocket. And the rain has certainly eased off now, which is good. Hopefully we can get some dry weather football towards the end of this game. Ball now out at half back, or leaving the ball behind there was Habeljak. That was Josip. And going in hard was Dolzal. Now the Germans kick round the corner. Picking it up again was Josip Habeljak. Sends it back, and the mark taken at half forward. And that man in Josip Cravar.
Cravar goes inside 50 with a pass. Ball for Ivos. He slipped over, left it behind. McDive back in again. Could be in the back. And it is. Again, Ivan Ivos is proving a handful forward. This afternoon, the Eagles can't find a way to stop him. He's not marking it. He's putting his body on the line and winning free kicks. And they'll have a kick in the right forward pocket to take the margin out to 14 points.
Yeah, good decision there by the umpire, rewarding the player making the play. So Ivos now. Kick on its way. Comes in. And he steered it. Has he steered it home? He has. So Ivos gets his second. He's the dangerous forward on the ground at the moment. Croatia extending that lead out now. 3-2-20. They lead Germany 1 straight 6. And we've been playing now 12 and a half minutes in this second term.
He's been absolutely on fire in this second quarter. Kicked the 2 goals. One set up, I think he set up the other one, didn't he, for the Svetko. So he's involved in everything, the big full forward. Geez, Eagles are going to have to put someone on him and really curtail his influence.
Well, looking at that back line, they don't seem to have anyone with the height that can really go with him. So probably the midfield now, they're needing to try and put some pressure on the ball carrier, I think, for the Croatians to try and affect that disposal coming forward. Don't allow him those easy kicks.
So from the restart, we're going to get a secondary ball up, just forward to centre for the Eagles. 2 number 9s going at it again. Molnar wins it down. It goes in the Croatian direction, though. But nice, just shrugged the shoulders a bit there. The Croatian player kicks in the direction of Svetko, marks on his chest at the 50.
So Svetko now, too far out the score, you would think. He's going back like he's pretty confident. So the skipper. Boy, oh boy, this has been a big quarter for the Knights so far. Coach Josip Cravar would be very happy as he comes in. Svetko goes all the way to the line, can't quite take the mark. Ball on the ground, still going Croatia. Oh, his kick was smothered. Now trying to pick it up is Jacob Jong, who's back on the ground after that heavy hit. Picks it up now. Now kicks around the corner, but it's going to be coming back as the mark's taken by Vetko. So it's Vetko. Little chip has the loose player inside 50 who takes the mark. And that man is Josip Cravar. So Cravar, who's also starting to get dangerous. So the big names for the Croatian side are starting to get a bit of the ball. So it's looking ominous now for the Eagles, And Coach Mark Woods, he'll be scratching his head at the moment. But Craver with the chance to extend the lead out to 20 points. Kick on its way. It's offline. Is it going to score at will? It's through for just the one behind. So Croatia now 3-3-21, leading the Eagles 1 straight 6 as we are approaching half time here in the second term.
So the kick goes to the outer side. May have been a free kick there for Wickman. Umpire said play on. Croatia gain possession now. Now they kick it back inside 50. But it's all German players back there. They take the mark. A short ball. Oh, dangerous. One-on-one, a real one-on-one there. Just out, they clear the defensive 50. Players dive in from everywhere. Still, no one can pick the ball up. Umpire circling. Letting play go. Virtually going to have to come in now. She does. Ball up. Left half forward for the Knights. They lead by 15 points. We've gone 15 and a half minutes of this second quarter.
So ball tossed up. Neither ruckman able to get a clean tap. Going in hard and low there was Wickman. He gets the handle out. Little toe poke forward. But there in defence was Roland Oldenthal. Quick kick into the middle. Oh, running over it was Asmus. Now high ball. Players come from everywhere to contest it, but no one actually touched it.
No one went for it.
Now it comes back to Asmus. He gives a little handball away. Quick kick forward, and that man Ivos again. Stands tall, takes the mark, feeds the handball off. I would have liked him to go back and have a shot the way he's going because the kick into the pocket has been chopped off by Robert Maker.
And he gets the clearing kick. Ball fall short of Wickman though. Ball spills the centre wing though. Picked up by Ivos. He's everywhere. Kicks the half forward. Who can take a mark? That goes in front. Had it spoilt. Ball spills to the front. Quick kick inside 50 for the Knights. Bouncing ball. How will it bounce? It bounced beautifully for the big fella for the Croatians. He snaps on his right boot. It's a goal. Just try and pick up the number.
Yeah, Josip Haveljack it was.
Haveljack it was. And a big goal with a minute to go in this second quarter. The lead out to 21 points. Croatia 4-3-27 lead. Germany 1 straight. Dangerous times now for the Eagles.
Yes, exactly what they didn't want to have happen with just a minute left on the clock in this term was to give up a late one. And all of a sudden that margin's blown out to 21 points. And it is Croatia who have dominated this term and they look to go forward again. The tap won by Molnar. Gets it down, but players converge from everywhere. Eventually it comes out. Still trying to work it forward. Little kick forward by Josip Cravar. Goes towards Ivos.
Oh.
He's got it again.
It's not a matchup you want, really, is there? With the Esh on him, do you?
And it's a pretty memorable name too, Ivan Ivos. And he is going to go back, line up for his 3rd goal of the game. And he's certainly within scoring range. We've seen he's got a pretty big boot on him. It's a question of accuracy now, right on the half-time siren. This would be a big goal. Ivos comes in. Has he got the journey? No, he hasn't. It's across the face. Doesn't score either. So Croatia, though, that won't diminish their efforts in that term. It was a big quarter. They put on 3 goals to Germany's no score in that term. So the score at halftime, 4-3-27 Croatia. Germany 1 straight 6. Andrew, how'd you see that quarter play out?
Just a couple of names. Ivan Ivos. Fantastic 2 goals. Set up another. Thomas Lazvecko, the captain, he's got 1. And through the midfield, Joseph Craver has been fantastic. It was all Croatia in that second quarter. They dominated, as you said, 3 goals to nothing. Brilliant stuff, and it's going to be how far Croatia in the second half, I reckon.
Yeah, certainly the German side, they've got some thinking to do as to how they can stop the influence of Ivan Ivos up forward, but not only Ivos as well. The captain in Tomislav Zvetko as well has had plenty of it, and he's providing a very good link for the Croatian side when they go forward. But it was hard to even remember the Eagles really going forward with any great purpose in that quarter at all. They might have only been inside their forward 50 once or twice for the entire term, as Croatia really did pepper the goals. And even though they scored 3 goals too, you probably would have thought for the amount of possession that they had inside that forward 50 that they probably could have even put on a couple more goals. But anyway, we're going to take a break here at halftime. It is the Division 2 Grand Final in the AFL International Cup for 2017, and it is Croatia 4-3-27 leading Germany 1 straight 6. Don't go anywhere. Second half action still to come. Half time here in the Division 2 Grand Final in the AFL International Cup for 2017, and it is Croatia 4-3-27 leading Germany 1 straight 6. The margin 21 points here at half time. The goal kickers in the first half. Ivan Ivos, well, he's getting a bit of a cult following, certainly up here in the commentary box anyway, with two. Josip Habeljak and Tomislav Zvetko with singles, while for the Eagles, just the solitary goal kicker and Johan Bininger in the first term. That second quarter, Germany unable to score, while the Knights piled on 3 goals too, and probably really didn't even do justice to their domination with that, did they, Andrew?
No, they had Ivan Ivos had a shot on the siren. He didn't score. I think there was another couple of shots they might have left short as well, but they've dominated across half forward. Ivan Ivos and Zvetko, they've been unstoppable. It's almost like clear the 50 out. Just let those two just go one out in there. And they are playing with a 4-man forward line. So they're going to probably start with a couple high wingers or a couple extra half backers and really push through, give their players the space to run into. So for the Germans, they're either going to have to double team, play loose man, or just find the right matchup and shut it down.
That's exactly what's happened there, Andrew. They've got the loose player behind the ball, have the Knights. They've swung the loose man there in Germanovic behind the ball. But about to get underway here in this third term. Andrew Wilson, the call is yours.
So third quarter underway. Hit out one there by Olowski for the Germans. Ball still in the centre. Oh, big tackle there. Free kick.
Yeah, dangerous tackle.
That was against Odenthal. So the free kick in the centre of the ground will go the way of Croatia. Go to Molnar. It's a 21-point lead. 4-3, plays one straight. Little short ball out wide. It's effective now. A long driving ball in the Ivos direction. Can he get a run at it? His third back, Vetko, was the one who nearly got the mark. Quick handball out the side now. Snap off out of the pack. It's a quick one behind. Will go the way of the Knights. 4-4-28 to Germany, one straight.
Yes, they need to start to get their skates onto the German side.
Nedic there with the behind.
They're struggled to even get the ball past the centre in that second term. And they don't want to have another quarter like that, otherwise the game will be over very quickly. A big fly there from Josip Habeljak. Couldn't quite bring down the mark. So on the deck, a little tap in front of himself there for the German player that was Christoph Odenthal. But the boundary line wins out in the end. And we're going to get a boundary throw in over in front of the German interchange bench. Ball tossed back into play. Tapped down one by Pixar. Tries to get it down to the man in front of Jacob Jung, who was met heavily there in that earlier on in the game, but he's back on the ground now. Tries to get it out now to shoot off. Little handball forward. Still go Croatia, trying to work the ball forward. Eventually, just being absolutely sat on there was Florian Naumann, and the umpire crosses himself and calls for a bounce.
So left half forward for the Croatians, thrown back up. Hit out one there by Pavkovic. Still hot ball, no easy possessions. Croatia just soccer it inside 50. Svetko come out to meet it, used his body well, knocked his opponent off the ball, picked it up. He's wrapped up in a tackle, unable to get a real clean possession. Now the ball gets kicked out wide by Van der Stay, bouncing ball. Now trying to pick it up was the last scorer was Nedic, kicks inside 50. It's no easy possession. Now Germany clear. It's a dangerous ball back into the middle of the ground. It's going to come back. It's chopped off at centre half forward there by Lennick.
So Lennick now too far out the score. Germany, they've got numbers behind the ball in the danger spot. Lennick sits it up now. Big fly and unable to bring down the mark there was Pixar. Now ball comes out. Looking to go to the captain in Zvetko. He's been very good so far this afternoon. Pack forms. Eventually it just gets flicked out the back. Now taken there by Esch. Kicks wide out towards the boundary. In fact, he's kicked it very wide. He's kicked it out on the full. And it will be a free kick to Croatia. Right on the edge of 50 there.
Yeah, Tomislav Duran's got to take the kick. So centering ball. Good kick. Smart play. Mark taken there by Habeljak. Josip kicked the goal in the last quarter. He'll kick from about 50 on a 45-degree angle. We've gone 3.5 third quarter. 22 points to margin in front for Croatia. 4-4 plays one straight. So Habeljak comes in from 50, kicks on its way. I think he might just have the journey, but he's pushed it to the right. One behind margin. Now 23 points, 4-5-29 plays one straight. 4 minutes gone, third quarter.
Peppering the score at the moment are the Croatians. So to bring the ball back into play, the umpire just telling the man on the mark there in Ivos to come back a couple. Didn't listen, so he's going to get a 25-metre penalty. So that will bring them out to the edge of the 50-metre line.
And he's paid a 50. So Germany with possession. No, it's got to come back. Umpire wasn't happy. Got to go over the mark. Still the players finally realised it's got to come back. Ball's returned eventually by Orlowski. The free kick now after the behind and after the 50 we're getting play restarted. High ball into the centre of the ground. No one able to take the mark though. Croatia come up with the ball, kick it to half forward. Running through strongly there, what did well was Odenthal. Gave possession, still a hot ball in the middle of the ground. The Odenthal comes in, lays the tackle. Umpire says play on. Gather the possession again. Odenthal lays another tackle. It was well done by him. Now Croatia gain possession, whip it around with a few handballs, but the kick's smothered as they try to get the clearance. Running out to his Rawson there at left half forward for the Eagles. Still no easy touches out there. The ball goes out of bounds. Left half forward, throw in. 5.5 gone. Third quarter, 23 points to the margin in favour of Croatia.
So doing the ruck work now will be Orlowski. And he goes up against Pavkovic. Pavkovic with the tap. Down to Jacob Jung, though. Jung with the kick forward. But it is all Croatia underneath it. And Dion Sulik takes the mark. So Sulik now. Long kick. Back up from where the ball came from. Out towards Svetko. Couldn't quite bring it in. And he's happy to see it over for a boundary throw-in. Over on the far side of the ground. And it is the Division 2 Grand Final. Croatia leading by 23 points, 4-5-29 to 1 straight 6. Ball thrown back into play. Tap down now there by the ruckman for Germany. That was Orlowski. Quick kick forward. Going the way of Croatia. Good strong mark there by Svetko. Tomislav Svetko. Oh, didn't really get off the man on the mark, but managed to get the kick away towards Ivos. He spilt it. He should have marked it too. Quick kick forward out of defence, trying to get it out in open space. Now they can take possession here. They've got the numbers have for Germany. Trying to pick up the wet ball. Can't do so. Eventually does. Jacob Jung comes in now for support. Did well. Shrugs the tackle. Now goes for a run. Short little pass is good. Hits him on the chest. That is Julian Wickman. So Wickman now right in front of the commentary position. Needs to find a target. They need to move for him. There's not a lot of movement from the Eagles at the moment. Wickman now kicks in towards centre half forward. Not a great kick. And the mark is taken there by Josip Kravar. In fact, it was David Lazovnin, in fact.
So Croatia look to go forward again. Ball's on the outer side. Haveljack's out there in a one-on-one. Trying to go. He falls over, though, and the ball goes out of bounds. So about right half forward. Forward to centre, in fact, that'll do. And the right half forward flank for the Knights. They lead by 23 points. The umpire's about to throw it back in. So no decisive hit out, but the ball comes the way of the Knights. They link up by hand. There they kick it inside 50 to Ivos in the Ivos direction. Feck goes there as well, grabbed it with the one hand. He's tackled well, lost possession, still a loose ball. Ivos is there tracking it, but the German defenders coming through and shoot off. Can he pick it up though? He's pressured well, but he got their handball away. Now Odenthal with the clearing kick, bouncing ball towards the boundary line. I think that was over. It's over now anyway. And we're going to get a throw in. As Jung came in. And there's a couple of unhappier players there, but still we'll get the throw in. Left half forward. So we've got a German player coming off there. Roland Odenthal comes off a bit sore. As the umpire restarts play, hit out one by the Germans. Oh, big tackle there against the Croatian player. Now another tackle being laid by Van der Stey and another ball up, basically. Still a lot of feeling out in this one. Bit of pushing and shoving. Division 2 Grand Finals. That's what you'd expect. We've gone 8 3/4 minutes, 23 points the margin.
They've certainly steadied, have the Germans, but now they need to try to score. They're chasing the game a little bit. They're 23 points behind. That big second quarter for the Knights has put them behind the game. High kick there. Svetko couldn't mark. Comes down now. Little handball forward there by Nedic. Tries to find a teammate. Going in hard and low there was Van der Stey. Couldn't take possession. Still goes Van der Stey. They're diving in on the footy. Eventually it comes out, but in the favour of the Croatian side. Modic with the high kick forward for the big man in Ivos. Couldn't quite take the mark. And Vetko's there. He's besieged upon. And we will have a ball up 25 metres out directly in front of goal. Again, Croatia just peppering forward. Little slap down by the ruckman for the German side. Tried to get it down there to Tobias Menzel. Little kick in the pocket, finds Jung, who then kicks down the line. That was a good kick. Well weighted for Everman, who was able to get to the ball, but was unable to drag it in. It spilled off his chest. He should have marked it, and it will be a boundary throw-in.
So we're going to get a throw-in. 80 round from the Croatian goal. 10 minutes gone, third quarter. The hit out, Jung gets it. Quick kick into the centre of the ground. Might come back though. It's just Croatian defenders there in Haveljack. Kicks into full forward in the Svetko direction. One-on-one. Flew. Got his hands to it. Couldn't bring it down. Butters up though. Quick snap towards goal. He had Ivos take the mark. He dropped what he's maybe probably should have taken in the end. Now the Germans look to clear. It's a 2-on-1 out there. Jung did well. Stood his ground. Gathers possession now. Has he got anyone to kick to forward? He does. Bouncing ball looking for Everman. There's an awkward one this time off his off his hands and out of bounds.
Well, I think I worked out how the German defence are playing Ivan Ivos. They've stuck 4 players on him and they're not allowing him to get a kick.
No, they let him, no run at the ball.
But the ball now thrown back into play, tapped down in front by Orlowski. Umpires found a free kick though, holding on. It's going to be going to I think it should be Dolezal's
Yeah, it's go Dolezal, it is,
so
yeah.
Dolezal now kicks into the middle of the ground. The loose player there who manages to hold on to the mark. Only just is Josip Habeljak. Now
kick.
kicks a little chip over towards half forward. And they're just slowly working the ball forward.
Motic, I think it is.
Handball backwards to Habeljak, who just unloads high. Ivos is the target, goes over his head, just went with the one hand. And the quick kick forward there by Felix Grobe, straight into the pack. Oh, they're going to be in trouble here because having the shot at goal, but it's offline. And that was Tomislav Nedic, and it's through for 1 behind.
So it's an even 4-goal margin, 4-6 to 1 straight. Division 2 Grand Final, Croatia by 24 points. We're gone 11 3/4 minutes of this third quarter.
Must find a way to score here.
Oh, they're struggling to get the ball out of half back, though. That's the problem. They've got to just slow it down a little bit, keep some possession, just chip it around, maintain it, don't they? Now they go to kicking to the outer side. It's a long, high ball. It's going to come back. Svetko takes the mark. Read it well there. Now he drives it long back inside 15, the Ivos direction. He flies, got his hands to it, couldn't bring it down. Supporters of the Croatians won the free kick now. Quick snap on goal. Misses everything on the full free kick. Left back pocket will go the way of the Germans. The 12.5-minute mark of the third quarter.
So it will be Florian Naumann to bring the ball back into play. The skipper for the Eagles. Haven't seen a lot of him this afternoon. He's been one of their better players throughout the tournament. Going back with the fly of the ball there was Svetko. Got the fist to it, but couldn't take possession. Now Croatia with a kick around the corner. Getting back and taking the mark in defence for Germany. At half back. Yeah, that looks like Korfmacher.
Oh,
but a
shocker.
Terrible kick, and he's put it straight on the chest of the captain for Croatian, Svetko. Kicks in towards full forward. Coming out, couldn't quite take the mark. There was Christoph Odenthal. Odenthal now goes to ground. Pack forms. We're going to get a ball up. And it's about 30 metres out from goal with the Knights into attack.
So about 4 minutes left to play, third quarter. Umpire restarts it. Clearance goes the way of the Germans, but it's not that effective at all. Talk boys, they didn't. A couple there was Svoboda there was one of the Croatian players that they've done well. They've got their handball over the Tonkovic now, kicks to full forward. A lot of players around the ball. Bill Smith is a mark. It is. Tomislav Nedic takes it. And we'll go back for his first of the afternoon. He's managed just the 2 behind so far. But this could really almost be the sealer, you'd think, if he can go back and slot this one through.
Well, considering Germany, they've scored just the 1 and they've found it hard since that first quarter to even get the ball past their attacking half, into their attacking half of the ground. You would think so.
And he's got it. Nedic has got the goal. Croatia get their 5th. They lead by 5 goals now. 30 points to the margins. Croatia 5-6, 36. Germany just 1 straight, 6 points.
Yeah, big goal there for Nedic. And all of a sudden now, the Germans, it is absolutely vital that they get the next one. Another goal for the Knights, and you would think it's almost shut the gate time here, especially with only 3 minutes left to play in this quarter. And then 1 more term to play after that. Back in the middle, the big tap down by Pavkovic. He's been good in the ruck too. Gets it down to the goal scorer Nedic, who kicks it forward, straight on the chest of Svetko. This is all looking far too easy at the moment for the Knights. So the skipper, too far out to score you would think, sits it up. Goes in the direction of Benchik.
No, umpire's thrown his 50.
And he's going to give him the 25-metre. So that will bring him well within scoring range. And you would think now that the skipper has probably got a chance to put the first nail in the coffin for the Eagles. So Tomislav Svetko, he's already got 1 this afternoon. And has certainly been one of their better contributors for the game. Knows the importance of this kick. Division 2 Grand Final. There'll be one hand on the cup if he can put it through, and he certainly has done that. The skipper kicks the goal, and Croatia, they go to 6-6-42. They lead Germany 1 straight 6. Been playing now 15, almost 16 minutes here in this third term.
Well, the two-pronged attackers, Svetko and Ivos, one of them is going to get you all the time, but this third quarter, Svetko has been fantastic. He's taken a few intercept marks as the Germans have tried to clear their defensive 50, but Croatia just too good now. 36 points up. As we restart play now, umpire tosses it up, 16 and a quarter minutes gone, third quarter. Croatia look to go forward again. They paddle it to half forward. No real possession there. Diving in shoot off is met solidly. Now the Germans gain possession. Everman's got it. No, he's tackled, holding the man. Free kick, Everman. Right half back. They've got to move it quickly. They've got to take risks now, don't they? Just get it and kick it long. Go direct. No mucking around with it.
Absolutely. No, they've got to take every opportunity now, do the Eagles. Kick now. Long down the line from Everman. Looking for tackle. Big clash of bodies there. One of them was Roland Odenthal. He gets straight up. The Croatian player's come off second best. He's coming off the ground, but he looks to be okay nonetheless. Out on the far wing, though. The ball is with the Knights. Quick kick forward, looking for Ivos. Couldn't take the mark. At the back now for Germany. And running it forward there is Felix Grob. He kicks wide. Tried to find a teammate there, and the captain in Naumann. He couldn't take the ball. Now coming back with interest, goes over the back. Unable to take the mark with Sebastian Esch. He gets the second effort, though, and finally gets the kick away. But it's going to be coming back. Nedick takes it. 55. Long shot. Go all the way back. Can't quite take the mark there is Grob, but it doesn't matter. The siren sounds to end the third term. And another quarter dominated by the Knights. They lead 6-6-42 to Germany, 1 straight goal 6. And you would think with just 1 quarter to play that the Croatian team, they have one hand on the cup.
No, I don't think they got 2 hands on the cup. You think after that quarter, 2 goals 3, they managed that quarter. Geez, I would have thought it was more than that, the way they dominated it. Svetko, it was absolutely brilliant. Cross half forward, he was fantastic. The Germans don't really have that half forward that they really can look for, do they? That one-out kick just to take that strong contested mark. At least bring it to ground. They're not even getting a chance to get it there.
They're lacking that leading forward, the conduit from their midfield to the forward 50. That's where they're really falling down. But also probably wasting possession a lot too. The Eagles, they whenever they do seem to get the ball, they're turning it over more often than not. And part of that is due to the pressure that the Knights are putting on them. But it is 3-quarter time here in the Division 2 Grand Final. Croatia 6-6-42. They lead Germany 1 straight 6 by 36 points. Stay with us because we've got the last quarter here in the Division 2 competition to come right after this break. Three-quarter time here in the Division 2 Grand Final. And it is Croatia doing all of the running at the moment. They lead 6-6-42 to Germany, one straight six. The margin is 36 points with just 1 quarter to play. And Andrew, certainly off what we've seen in the first 3 quarters, it looks to be all Croatia's at this stage.
Yeah, definitely Croatia this afternoon. They look like they're going to take home the cup this afternoon. They can celebrate with their number 1 fan, the Duck, out there. He's looking tremendous in his Croatian flag little vest that he's got on.
He is certainly gathering a lot of attention from everybody here this afternoon.
People are more interested in the Duck than the game, I think, at the moment.
So we're about set to get underway here in the final quarter. As we said, it is Croatia by 36 points. And unless Germany can pull off a miracle, you would think that the Division 2 title will be going the way of Croatia this afternoon. Third quarter action about to get underway. Andrew Wilson takes away.
So thrown back up now, fourth quarter underway, Division 2 Grand Final. Can the Germans come back? But it's Croatians there where they get the quick clearance. They've taken the mark, number 0, haven't got him on my list. Kicks inside 50, looking for Svetka. There's a poor kick, the mark taken in front there by Wickman.
Need to move the ball quickly, they do.
They're going to go to switch, go to the outer side. It's a good kick. Mark's taken out there by Odenthal. He moves it quickly. They've maintained a couple of possessions here. I think Rawson's got it now. He goes inboard. Dangerous. There's a 2-on-1. Svetko's got it. He kicks inside 50 to Ivas on his own. Marks on his chest. Runs to the goal square. Bang! Goal! The perfect start for the Croatians. Margin 42 points now. Ivan Ivos has been unbelievable up forward this afternoon. He's got 3. It is Croatia 7-6-48 lead Germany. 1 straight 6. 1 minute gone. Final quarter.
Well, it's turning into a blowout now, but look, unfortunate for the Eagles. They tried to take the game on there. They played the switch was the right thing to do. Try to move the ball quickly, bring it back into the middle, but just missing the target. And that really hurts you. Those skill errors, they've been hurting the Germans all afternoon, they have, and doing so on that occasion, you would think that might nearly be the final nail in the coffin. Back in the middle, Jung takes the ball, gets dragged to ground, but no free kick. Now a little handball over the top goes to Everman. He's tried hard this afternoon, goes to Naumann, the captain, all the way to the line, can't quite take the mark. Asking for the free kick was Fabian Cords, didn't give it. Now Everman, he's first there for the Eagles. He picks it up, loses the ball though. Little toe poke out of defence, but coming in first was Roland Oldenthal, but it's still Croatia. They look to clear, but taking the mark there is Sebastian Esch at half forward.
So Esch leads to really move it quickly. Now he just kicks it long, hoping for a mark. He's got the big ruckman down there. He's worked under the ball spills to the back. One behind, it's a rush. Germany, 1-1-7, trail. Croatia, 7-6-48, 2.5 gone, the final quarter.
Just happy to concede there was the Croatian defence. Now comes out to the broadcast side of the ground. Mark taken there by, I think that might be Mira Jurmanovic. He now kicks down the line. Has a teammate there, couldn't quite get there first, was Motic. Well, he got there first, but couldn't quite mark the ball before it got to ground. Kicks up into the middle of the ground. Coming out to Spore, there was Wickman. Now Ivos up the ground, gives it to Nedic. Nedic, little handball off, has to kick, he does. At the back is Vetko, the chases on, gets a bad bounce, but he might still be first one back there, has 4 Germans to beat, and he does it well, takes possession, breaks the tackle, can't break the second though, and they've turned it over. Germany now looking to go forward.
The kick quick goes into the centre of the ground, how will it bounce? Bounces the favour of the Germans now, and they keep going forward, but there's no one home, chopped off. Duran takes it, no, dropped it. Still paddles it towards himself. Odenthal was ridden in the back. She'll get the free kick, and he has. That's it. Move it quickly. Kick goes inside 50, but it's not going to have much on it. The mark was dropped, though, there by the Croatian defender. Still got time to gather, but running onto it now. Huskin gets it. Still got it. Handball's inside 50. Over the top now. The kick towards goal goes across the face. And it's one behind to Fabian Kortz. 1-2-8 Germany, Croatia 7-6-48. 4 minutes gone, final quarter.
So Germany starting to win a little bit of the ball. You get the sense that it might be too little too late, however, and the umpire is going to bring it all the way back to the goal square.
Ball up.
And he has performed the cardinal sin, has the Croatian defender. He stepped over the line on the kick out. So the ball will come all the way back. It'll be thrown up right on the goal line. So big chance here for Germany to get their second goal. Ball thrown up. Little tap behind there by Naumann. Tried to find a loose teammate. Couldn't do so. Now comes out. Quick kick forward. But it's gone straight into the pack. Shot at goal there is offline by Everman. In fact, he has missed the lot. He was pushed as he kicked it. And it is out of bounds on the full. So a bit of a wasted opportunity there for the Eagles.
So the Knights in the left back pocket, just with a little short ball over the top, maintain possession. They'll be in no hurry. Every second ticks away. They're closer to winning this Division 2 premiership of the International Cup of 2017. They drive the ball out to half back. Still a big pack around the ball. Still players diving in. Croatia gathers there. Done well. Motic kicks it to half forward in the Ivos direction. Should Mark does. He plays on quickly now, kicks inside 50. It's a foot race now. Running onto it, Nedic. But he's beaten there well there by Menzel. Did well, turned around the body. Still inside defensive 50 though for the Germans. They haven't cleared it very well. Ball gets paddled towards the boundary line. The Croatians look for deliberate. The umpire says throw it in. Probably 35 round from the Croatian goal in the left forward pocket. Did
well to be first one back there, Menzel, but then again, as they've done for much of this game, they are just that poor skill error and poor disposal, turning the ball over. Unable to take possession there was Christoph Odenthorpe. Going in hard there as well was Esch. Eventually the ball comes out, a little kick forward, but first one back there is Benčić for Croatia. Little handball backwards. High ball, sitting underneath the ball, unable to take the mark. Eventually comes to ground. Little handball out, has Nedic out on his own. Oh, runs around one. Nedic off the left. Oh, then the square. Vetko couldn't take the mark. Shot at goal is offline. It's through for one behind. So
that was the easiest one he's dropped today, wasn't it?
It certainly was. He's had a very, very good day, has the skipper. But Croatia, they go to 7-7-49. They lead Germany 1-8. Been playing now 6.5 minutes in this final term in the Division 2 Grand Final.
So Germans now bring the ball back in. They go to the outer side. Ball spills to the back. No one got a hand to it. Still a loose ball. Goes towards the boundary line. One-on-one out there. In comes the third German player to wrap up the tackle. Now we'll have a ball up. A little bit of push and shove going on out there. The umpire has to come in and break it up. And he grabs the ball now. Throws it back up. That's the way to stop that stuff. Get the play restarted. Again, players diving everywhere. Shoot off again. He's in there.
Ball thrown out, and there'll be a free kick going to Croatia. Thrown out of the contest. Silly stuff. Very undisciplined, and it'll be, I think it'll be Dolezal to
we've got a yellow card as well.
So the yellow card's been issued. Probably not the way that to end your tournament, you would think. I think that might be Jacob Jung.
Yeah, I think so.
As well.
So a bit frustrated.
So one of their better players, but a little bit undisciplined there. Just throwing Dolezal out of the contest. Didn't have the ball. Wasn't even anywhere near the ball, to be honest. Ball kicked in, wasn't a good one. Johan Zolorski takes it, the ruckman, but his kick is just as bad. In fact, probably a little bit worse. It's gone out of bounds on the full. And it will be a free kick to Croatia. Again, it is the wind's a little bit stronger than what we probably think here in the commentary position. It's certainly favouring that side of the ground. Most of the play's been out there, and you've seen the ball kicked out of bounds on the full a number of times. But a big pack mark there by the captain in Zvetko again. Chips it, loose play in the middle of the ground, and going back to take the mark is Josip Kravar. And Kravar will go back and have a shot 30 metres out directly in front to join the party.
He's fantastic, isn't he? Thomas Zvetko, the captain, taking marks, making good decisions, kicked 2 goals, probably set up 3 others, and probably now setting up his 4th.
So Kravar now comes in, kick on its way, and he has put it straight through. So Croatia now 8 goals, 7-55. They lead Germany 1-8. been playing now 8.5 minutes here in this final quarter Division 2 Grand Final.
Yeah, brilliant stuff all afternoon by the Croatian side. They're two-pronged forward line. We can probably talk about them forever, I reckon. Ivan Ivos, Tomislav Svetko, I mean, these two, they'll go at the German Hall of Fame the way these two are playing this afternoon and leading their side to this Division 2 championship.
Well, Vetko, he's been, he's playing at Norwood at the moment over in South Australia, so that tells you his credentials are fairly high, and no doubt one of the reasons why he is dominated today.
Yeah, so from the restart, the Germans look to go forward, but it's chopped off by the Croatians there. Duran kicks it to half forward. That man again. Who else? Vetko got a man on all by himself in the goal square. Kicks in that direction. The mark's taken. Josip Haveljak's taken it. He's on a tight angle, but shouldn't have any issue kicking the Croatians' 9th goal of the afternoon.
No, very, very comfortable indeed for Vetko there. He did a very, very good job, did Svetko. And it's going to be Haveljak now. Comes in, kick on its way. Umpire did a little bit of work, but it's through the middle nonetheless. Another goal to Croatia. They go to 9-7-61. They lead Germany 1-2-8, and this game is really starting to blow out now late in the final quarter.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for the Germans. They've done a fantastic job there to make it to the grand final, finishing second in their group. Well, I think both sides finished second in the group behind China and Japan, but they both advanced to the grand final of Division 2. But they were disappointed to be trailing by 53 points at the 10.5-minute mark of this final quarter. Just the one goal, that would hurt a bit. So umpires got the ball back. We're closing on the 11-minute mark of this final quarter. It's one-way traffic for the Croatians. 53 points up. Umpire throws the ball up to get play restart. No decisive hit out, but the Croatians are going to go forward again. There's the driving ball in the Svetko direction, running back with the flight. Sort of misjudged that one. Bouncing ball towards the boundary line.
So Svetko can't quite take it. Going to ground there as well. And receiving the free kick will be Tobias Menzel. So didn't have possession of the ball when he was brought to ground. So Menzel now, little chip up was good. And a good mark taken there by Shutov.
He's been good, hasn't he, for the Germans?
He has. He's had a go all day. He's certainly been one of their better players. That wasn't one of his better kicks, however, kicking to the contest, but probably wasn't helped by Everman not really reading the ball and running underneath it. But the kick in the direction of Svetko. Why wouldn't you when he's been dominating like he has this afternoon? And eventually the umpire calls for a bounce, and we're going to get a ball up half forward for Croatia. And we're ticking down now. Last 6 minutes of this Division 2 Grand Final, and the umpire's found a free kick. It's going to go against Germany for a Shepherd in the ruck, going against Johan Zolorski.
So Pavkovic's got the free kick. If he's going back like he's going to have a shot, but there's no way he's making the distance. So he drives it long to the top of the goal square, looking for a mark. Ivos flies at the back. There's Haveljak, got his spooked ball, and it falls in the hand of Ivos. He kicks another from the goal line. 4 for Ivan Ivos. He's been absolutely brilliant all tournament. He's kicked goals in every game. The lead now out to 59 points is Croatia, 10-7, 67. Germany, 1-2-8, 12.5 gone for final quarter.
And he's kicked that almost to the CBD just to run a bit more time off the clock as Ivos. But why wouldn't you when you're dominated the game like they have? They're 59 points in front, and they thoroughly deserve this win here in the Division 2 Grand Final.
It's going to be a good party tonight with the Knights in it.
It certainly will. There's a very, very dominant display. And a much-deserved title for the Knights. Josip Kravar, the coach, will be very, very pleased indeed. Ball thrown up in the middle. Unable to take possession there was Esch. Got stripped of the ball. Little handball comes back out. Soccer out of the ground there by Duran was good.
That's sweetly.
Trying to pick up the ball now was Menzel. Gives it off to Freiklund. Gone. And that pretty much sums up the day. As it's taken by Svetko. Little chip. Loose player in the forward line. And all too easy for the Croatian side. Svetko, how good has he been? He has just absolutely starred right throughout the game. And he has had as good a four-quarter performance as you're likely to see has the skipper.
Big game player.
Yes, fair to say. And it will be Croatia with another shot at goal, looking to extend this lead once again. comes in, kick on its way. And the kick there from Molnar is offline through for just the one behind. So they go to 10-8, 68 to Germany, 1-8 here, late stages in this last turn.
Yeah, strange kicking there by the Germans there. That was Wickman, but they finally clear it outside defensive 50. High ball, but it's going to come back, I reckon. The Croatians just paddle it forward, though. But well done then again by shoot off there for the Germans. He's been, as we said earlier, one of their better players, but Croatia gather possession inside the centre square. Link up by hand. It's handball smothered. Now they look to go through Everman with a handball, but handball's been knocked down though. Barging through there was Modic with strength though. Now ball falls to Ash on his left side, but they've got the loose man back there, have the Croatians. They gather possession, kick it to centre wing. Ball spills to the back. Habeljack in a little bit of time and space. Goes in the Svekko direction. Runs back, takes the mark. Ivos is by himself. Doesn't go there. Svekko's got it. Will kick from just inside 50 on a 45-degree angle.
Far too easy, that ball movement there by the Knights. And it sums up pretty much why they are where they are, which is 60 points in front. Just their fluency of ball movement has been very good. But when they've been in defence and they haven't had possession, their pressure on the German side has also been pretty good.
Svekko from 49 goes bang, points the hands to the sky, flexes the muscles. The Croatians in an absolute dominating performance are out by 66 points, 11-8, 74 to 1-2-8. Tomislav Svekko's got 3 and he's been absolutely on fire. We've gone 15 and 3/4 minutes of the final quarter.
Fair to say, happy with his performance as well is the skipper, Tomislav, but why wouldn't you?
Wow,
he has been a clear best on ground today. And
he wins the duck.
He certainly does. Ball in the middle, tapped down by Orlowski. I don't know what he's going to do with it when he gets it home, though. But bouncing ball out towards the far side of the ground, and the boundary line will win out. And we will have a boundary throw-in. Germany going into attack. Been a pretty, a disappointing day, I suppose, from a German perspective. After quarter time, they really haven't put up much of a showing, but I think a lot of that is down to Croatian and the better players for the Knights really getting their hands on the footy. They take it away here as well. Comes out towards Habeljack. He's at the other end of the ground now doing the work. Drags the ball and has to get rid of it. Does. Interesting handball to say the least, but the umpire lets it go. Still going in hard there as well was Josip Kravo, who's been pretty good this afternoon, but he's caught on that occasion, and it'll be a free kick coming back to Tobias Menzel. In fact, it won't be Menzel, it'll be Menzel. Florian. I was right the first time. Should have stuck with it.
Never doubt yourself. So Menzel, left half forward. A little short poker. No good. Chopped off. 17 minutes gone, so they're 30 seconds away now, the Croatians, from the Division 2 Grand Final. Absolutely dominating performance here this afternoon. Little short ball. Duran's got it. Right half back. 15 seconds to go. They use the ball. Habeljack, he's been good this afternoon as well. He's got the 2 goals. Now the countdown is really on. Handball inboard. It's a matter of time. There it is. Victory to the Croatian Knights in the Division 2 Grand Final of the AFL International Championships. They win by 66 points. It is 11-8, 74 to 1-2-8. Their forward line was absolutely brilliant this afternoon. Tomislav Svekko with 3, Ivan Ivos with 4, and Josip Habeljack with 2. And also we had singles to Kravar and Nedic. And for the Eagles, unfortunately, the only goal scorer was Johan Bininger. That was in the first quarter. They only managed 2 points after quarter time, did the German Eagles, where from there it was an 11-goal, 7 performance by Croatia. A brilliant performance by the Knights. And they get to celebrate with the duck tonight. A very happy duck as they jumping around singing the theme song, the national anthem of the Croatian side. And it's been a brilliant performance. And let's hope they can build in the next 3 years and hopefully push forward some success in Division 1 of the AFL International Championships.
Well, certainly that looks like they've got the players there that can certainly push for Division 1 success, you would think. From what we've seen, the
flares.
and someone's bought a flare out as well. So, goodness me, it is fair dinkum all happening here at Ransford Oval. And, well, I suppose there is no security to stop them from smuggling it in, so why not? And when you've won the Division 2 title, fair enough too. But a very comfortable victory here for Croatia. 11-8-74 to Germany. 1 goal, 2 behinds, 8. And, look, I suppose, Andrew, really probably in terms of the contest, a little bit disappointing way to finish for the German side. They put up a really good showing right throughout the competition. And they will probably be a little bit disappointed with their performance this afternoon.
Yeah, pretty disappointed, pretty flat performance, wasn't it? Just 1 goal, and that was in the first quarter. I mean, both sides, some big bodies out there, so it's not a thing about the size of the players out there. It's just probably just a lot more polished by the Croatian side, a little bit more skillful out there. And with the forward line of Svetko and Ivos, it's going to be pretty hard to stop. But well done, though, to the German Eagles, not just on making, for coming out, obviously, and for making the grand final of Division 2. So they've got some, they can build some confidence from this, even though it's such a disappointing result in the end. But they can build, and then, yeah, they've got the opportunity now to push for Division 1 in 3 years as well. So as the game can get more popular back at home in Germany and in Croatia, hopefully we can see some very, very good football coming out in the next few years.
Absolutely, and that's what it's all about here in the Division 2 series, just development and getting people to play the game. And it's great to see all the countries that competed, certainly in the Division 2 competition, coming out and having a go at our great game. But we might that might be where we finish, I think, for us too, Andrew, and we might hand over. It looks like the Croatians are going to continue celebrating, and the presentations will take place. But
they'll be celebrating a while.
They certainly will. Andrew, great effort from you this afternoon in the call, mate. Pleasure to be calling with you, and hopefully we can see you over the next couple of the last couple of games of the other grades here in the International Cup. It is Croatia winning the Division 2 title for the men. 11 goals, 8-74 by 66 points rather. 1 goals, 2 behinds, 8 to Germany. I'm Shane Fleming. Thanks for joining us, and stay tuned. We've still got the USA versus Ireland Division 1 contest coming up after this. I didn't realise he was going to be Right, mate. Well done. Pleasure. Good Ah, yeah. Yep.
The wogs have to do flares, didn't they? Fucking wogs.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. What a great grand final. Congratulations to both teams. Commiserations to Germany. A great tournament. You played really well. And congratulations to Croatia, the Division 2 IC17 champions. Well done. Thank you to the umpires who officiated today. I'd just like to call forward the umpires now to present a ball to both captains from both teams. Captain. Before I call forward the captain and coach from Croatia to accept the Premiership Cup, I'd like to announce the best on ground in the grand final, number 55 from Croatia, And Grant Williams, the AFL Head of International and Community, is here to present the cup to the captain, Tomislav Vetko, and the coach, Josip Kravar. Come forward. Thanks, guys. Congratulations to your Division 2 premiers, Croatia. That concludes the ceremonies today. Thank you for everyone for coming down and watching. Thank you.
USA USA I actually, the thing that, because Ireland got screwed, they didn't not show up today. Intense.